Okay, so I did a thing last week. I went on Reddit, specifically the fragrance community, because let's be honest, they know their stuff. And I asked a simple question: what's your most complimented perfume? And wow, you all showed up. Hundreds of answers, stories, passion, humor. It was amazing. I didn't expect that, to be honest. And surprisingly, the most upvoted answer was this: I've never had a compliment on my perfume before. And we've all been there. I feel you. It's frustrating when you wear a perfume and you don't get a compliment. I know that a lot of you are going to say that we don't wear perfumes to get compliments, but it's nice when you get a compliment, isn't it? I love that people reacted to this comment and someone wrote here, "Oh, you smell nice." And there were a lot of other comments and suggestions, like it could be that you prefer to wear scents that are more intimate or less attention grabbing. I wear fragrance for me alone. Who cares what anyone else thinks? And I love when we fragrance heads, when we people who love fragrances, show up for each other. This is amazing. Another answer was, yeah, I rarely, if ever, had a stranger say anything. I think it's just not something most people will do. And if you are a person that doesn't get chased down on the streets, if you are a person that don't really receive compliments on a daily basis, like me, because I receive compliments just from friends and family, I guess. I think this video is for you. Alrighty, let's dive into the most complimented perfumes according to you. So with all that passion, humor and storytelling in mind, I started noticing patterns. Certain brands kept popping up. Not just once or twice, but over and over. So before we get into individual stars, I want to take a brief look at the fragrance houses that were consistently delivering compliments across their collection. So I see here that Diptyque is a rising star, and this didn't come as a surprise to me because a lot of fragrance YouTubers are recommending Diptyque. I've tried several of their fragrances, but I don't know, there are skin scents that didn't go very well with me. So I mentioned was Diptyque L'Autre, and this was very funny because this person thought that I didn't ask what are your most complimented perfumes, but I asked what are your most complicated perfumes. Take a listen. I read this as most complicated and was thinking I really only have one complicated perfume. And the complicated perfume they were talking about is Diptyque L'Autre. It's not even that complicated, but it's possibly the only one I have that I can never layer with. It's its own personality. Have you tried this perfume? Leave me a comment. Another user mentioned Diptyque Lily Fea. It's not a scent I'd usually go for, but oh my god, I'm obsessed. I had someone follow me through a shop to ask what it is. It's a grassy, oceanic, flowery scent. So complicated. So Diptyque makes complicated scents. I see. Someone mentioned Diptyque Le Papier and Diptyque Fleur de Peau. I've seen a lot of people mention Idole Aura or other flankers, and also La Vie est Belle that I don't really like. But people seem to love. So a person wrote here, I loved that comment, but I would say I got most compliments from people around me for J'adore Dior, Gabrielle Chanel, and especially Lancôme Idole. I stopped wearing that fragrance for a while, and some time ago I asked a lady on the street for directions and loved her smell. So I naturally asked her about her perfume. It was Lancôme Idole. I was honestly a bit shocked. I had asked a random person about their perfume because I loved it, and it turns out that it was the same perfume I had been wearing for a long time before stopping. Scent is truly something magical. Yeah, I agree. Scent is truly something magical, and it's so interesting when you ask when you don't recognize a perfume that you are wearing non-stop. It's amazing. Of course, a lot of people mentioned Guerlain. Mon Guerlain, complimented by a stranger. Guerlain Cœur Intense. Pêche Mirage by Guerlain was mentioned. Also, Guerlain Santal Royal gets attention. So, yeah. Guerlain. I thought it would be higher for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I Siguran everywhere, but moving on to Nishane. Nishan. A lot of people mention Ani by Nishane, and I tried Ani, but didn't really liked it. Not popular opinion, I think. Also, Nishane Wulong Cha, Nishane Nanshe, never heard about this perfume, and again Ani. Burberry. A lot of people mention Burberry hair, but they also mention a perfume that I've never heard of, and maybe you've heard of, and leave me a comment if you know what I'm talking about. Body by Burberry got me so many compliments. Unfortunately, discontinued now, but I have 1.5 bottles left. By friends, by family, one time also in the supermarket by a nice woman, and one time even by my professor in uni. And another user wrote, I had a tiny bottle of this, and I have no idea where it came from, but I've been looking for it, and now I know why I can find it. Smells so good. So another comment here, my favorite was Burberry, but I never got complimented. Burberry hair, Burberry weekend for her, like some perfumes that are so new to me. I need to explore more the fragrance industry, I guess, because there are so many perfumes that I've never heard of. Surprisingly, Bath and Body Works. A lot of mentioned. Moonlight Puff, Whipped Honey and Vanilla. So Pink, Donna Born in Rome dupe, Vanilla Cafe, Strawberry Snowflakes. A lot of compliments people get wearing these perfumes. And that's so interesting because this is a cheapie. I saw this pattern here in comments also, like a lot of comments were about how you get a lot of compliments on cheap perfumes, not on niche stuff and on very expensive stuff, on cheap perfumes. Yeah. YSL. From Libre to L'Homme, Black Opium to Tuxedo, a lot of compliments, and I want to read a funny one. So I'd say YSL L'Homme EDT or Armani Diamonds for men are my two most complimented. Women always break their necks and rave about it, and I just smile and nod and die a little inside. No one ever compliments anything interesting. This was funny. This was very funny. YSL Black Opium or Mind Games Grandmaster, but it could be confirmation bias because I wear those two more than any others. From Tom Ford, Champagne Absolu, Vanille Fatale, Noir, Black Orchid, like a lot of perfumes also. So this person wrote, the one that got the most compliments was Tom Ford, Champagne Absolu. It's discontinued. Qua, qua, qua. Tom Ford Noir, Tom Ford Vanille Fatale. My husband also always says I smell pretty when I wear cloth or candid fantasy. Tom Ford Black Orchid always get lots of compliments. On the second place, we have Chanel. I wasn't surprised when I read it because a lot of people love Chanel, even though they are not the most ethical and nice brand ever. So I also love Chanel, by the way, I'm not shading anyone here. This person wrote here, my grade 4 students love Chanel No. 5 EDT. I've gotten lots of you smell good or what smells good. This was surprising for me because Chanel No. 5, gets a lot of hate nowadays. I tried it. It's not a perfume for me now. I think it's mature. It's an adult perfume. It's a perfume that I will want to wear, I think, in the future when I'll be like older. Not old. It's not a grandma perfume. I hate when people say that. I need to be like older, I think, to wear this perfume. But Chanel I love. In general, it's a nice, like, I love their perfumes, but I don't love the brand in general. I got also an interesting comment. My winter perfume used to be Chanel Coromandel, which I used to adore but never got any compliments. I think it's very subjective, but it's too strong on the patchouli for me, I think. Not to be oversprayed. The patchouli just takes over and it's a love-hate scent because of this. We got Bleu de Chanel, and another comment that I really liked was this. Molecule 01 mixed with Chanel Allure Home Sport Extreme. And it's not even close. I've gotten probably 5-6 compliments on my good fragrances. Leighton, Dolce & Gabbana, the one, Acqua di Gio, etc. But this combo gets literally double, only when mixed. I've tried wearing them separately, but it's like people can smell them. Together, literally insane how many compliments I get. So, Chanel, a lot of compliments, but the number one house that was mentioned, the number one house that got the most compliments was Le Labo. Surprisingly. Le Labo another 13. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Le Labo Bayer 19. Le Labo Poivre 23. And the fragrance that I'm going to share with you lately. That one was mentioned a lot. Okay, so let's move on to the perfumes that completely stole the spotlight. And at the bottom, we have Prada Paradox. I was a little bit surprised because I know that a lot of people love and cherish this fragrance, but for me, it's... I don't know. I can't say that I hate this fragrance, but it's generic. It's maybe not the best word to describe this fragrance, but it's kind of generic. You can find this scent profile like in a lot of other perfumes. And yeah, this was a bit strange for me, but people love what they love, I suppose. So we have a comment here from the top one commenter. Most consistently complimented is Prada Paradox, which isn't even in my top 5. Second and third place are Lake and Sky 1111 and Kayali Vanilla 28, which are in my top 5. And this comment got some replies. One of the replies was, my husband loves when I wear the Paradox Virtual Flower. And another one wrote that Virtual Flower Flanker is one of my favorites. So I don't like Prada Paradox, but maybe I should try Virtual Flower, because you never know. Fifth Avenue Royale by Elizabeth Arden. Never heard of this perfume, but that person even left a comment with photo and with notes, and you are so sweet, guys. Like So Fifth Avenue Royale was, I think, a flanker of Fifth Avenue. I tried Fifth Avenue. It's amazing. It's a cheapie, but smells so expensive in my opinion. So the comment I got, Fifth Avenue Royale by Elizabeth Arden. I've been complimented on it several times when I worn it to work. A long discontinued flanker to Fifth Avenue that honestly should have been a standalone fragrance because it is nothing like the original. It got so little publicity and love when it was being made that if you Google it now, most of the results are me mentioning it on Reddit. I am super sad that I cannot try this fragrance because the notes are amazing. The notes are so deep, it seems like a very interesting fragrance. But it's discontinued, unfortunately. So here we have a fragrance for men. Le Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Gaultier. Okay. Le Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It was my signature scent for years and I get a lot of compliments. Something about my body chemistry pairs really well with slightly floral, powdery, oriental scents. But I've never received compliments on anything else that I've worn. And the most upvoted comment here, it's an old one and gets hate these days, but for me it's the OG Le Mal. From all genders and persuasions in any situation I can think of. Obviously, anyone who's into fragrances wouldn't be impressed, but it smells good to the average person. Why I love these groups on Reddit? Because they tell you what people actually love to smell. You know, a lot of influencers are showing you fragrances that they love to smell, and me, I also show you the fragrances that I love to smell, but I try a lot of fragrances in my daily life. But regular people, they don't smell a lot of perfumes, and they like what they like, you know? They like perfumes even though they're not niche, even though maybe they are cheap. But they like those perfumes, you know? And this is why I love to read and I love to find out what people actually like. Not just what we fragrance reviewers, fragrance heads. Like 12th place goes to Chanel Allure line, and this was the most avoided comment. In my case, I wouldn't say there's a particular fragrance or not that gets me the most compliments. It's the entire line. I'm talking about the Allure line from Chanel. If I had to pick one, it would be the original Allure Pour Homme. So, a fragrance for men. I think I've tried Allure for women, but I didn't really like it. So maybe it's not the case with Allure Pour Homme, for men. So here we have Nautica Voyage, and this was a perfume that it was strange because I've never heard of this perfume, but I liked the comment. I have over 40 bottles, some of which were $300 plus, and my number one most complimented fragrance is by far my $20 bottle of Nautica Voyage. Like, a cheap fragrance can get you so many compliments, and I love that. I love that about fragrances. There will be people who will tell you that you need to buy only niche stuff to smell amazing. Don't believe them. You can smell amazing without spending a lot of money on perfumes. Trust me. We made it to the top 10. So, on the 10th place is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. This user wrote, Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. Whenever I wear it, someone asks what is it. Another user wrote, I own about 30 plus perfume bottles. The most compliments I receive on are Hibiscus Mahajat, Oud Silk Mood, Portrait of a Lady, Oud Maracuya, Jazz Club, and Xerjoff Herba Pur. I've never tried Portrait of a Lady, and I think the time has come for me to try it. I have a sample of Hibiscus Mahajat on its way to me. Yay! And I'm very happy. But yeah, Portrait of a Lady is a very expensive perfume that you cannot find in regular stores. And in my country, it's even harder to find these niche perfumes. So yeah, I hope I will get the chance to try it. Do you like this perfume? Do you agree with the 10th place? Leave me a comment. On the ninth place we have Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. This user wrote, my wife loves Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille and always notices that. I don't really have people compliment me on fragrances, but for some reason Frank Olivet Oud Touch occasionally gets comments. Another user wrote, same here, adore Tobacco Vanille and always get compliments when I wear it. I think I've tried Tobacco Vanille, but it didn't really go well with my skin chemistry. Like, I don't think I like a Tom Ford perfume. I don't know, maybe I'm not a niche snob or something like that now, but I think they're overpriced. They cost a lot, and some of them are good, but not all of them, and I don't get the hype about this brand and around this brand. Like, why people love Tom Ford. If you love Tom Ford, leave me a comment. Do you think they're overpriced? Or maybe you think that the prices are fair? Like, I don't have enough money to buy a Tom Ford fragrance. Like, I can buy so many cheapest that will smell better even than Tom Ford fragrances. So yeah. 8th place belongs to Kerosene Unknown Pleasures. I've heard a lot of fragrance reviewers talking about this perfume, so this wasn't a shock for me, but yeah, didn't try this one also. So this user wrote, Kerosene's Unknown Pleasures, by far, so many casual, quick compliments. And someone answered, and it lasts for days on clothes, my goodness. Another user wrote, my kerosene decants arrived a few days ago, love this one. Also, did they weekend followed? It's not as nuclear and lasting as all the reviews led me to believe. And if you've seen this perfume on other channels, you know that they all say that this is nuclear. Like, you can smell this for days. You can smell this everywhere. Did you try it? Do you agree with those reviewers? I didn't try it, unfortunately, because again, I couldn't find it anywhere. But hope I will get the chance to try it in the future. 7th place goes to this isn't a surprise. I am surprised a bit that this isn't higher. Delina. A lot of people mentioned Delina, like Delina Rosé, Delina Exclusive, like I've just put them all together. This user wrote, Parfum de Marly, Delina Exclusive. A drive-through window guy at McDonald's complimented me. That's how well it projected. And another user wrote here, I've been getting a lot of compliments on Delina recently, though my boyfriend goes nose blind to it pretty quickly. As much as I love that scent though, I'll get a headache and throw up if I spray more than a few spritz. So, don't overspray Delina. I have a dupe for Delina by Maison Alhambra, I think. Delilah, yeah, Delilah. I love my dupe. I don't think I will spend so much money to buy the real stuff. I love my dupe. And yeah. Do you like Delina? Do you think it deserves 7th place? Or maybe do you think it should be higher? Leave me a comment. I thought another 13 is going to dominate this thread because everyone in fragrance community talks about another 13. No. No, it was Thé Noir. I was surprised. I've never tried anything by Labo. Again, they're too expensive. They don't sell these perfumes in my country, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a surprise for me. There were people were mentioning another 13, but Thé Noir was like upvoted. Top 5. Are you excited? 5th place goes to Creed Aventus for him. A lot of people, a lot of men, I guess, mentioned this perfume. So this person wrote, I managed to get hold of a sample of Aventus and yes, I may have oversprayed for mid-afternoon, but it smells good, so I'll take it. I genuinely did not believe how well it hits with people before, but there you go. Another person wrote, I wear Aventus twice a year and it never fails. Another person wrote, Creed Aventus hands down. And also we got a negative comment on Aventus. So overspraying attention seekers are not cool at all. I was in a long line to board a cruise this past summer and the guy in front of me had clearly oversprayed Aventus and since then the thought of this smell gives me headaches. So some people don't like Aventus. 4th place belongs to MFK Grand Soir. Didn't expect that at all. But yep, people love what they love. So someone commented here MFK Grand Soir and they received a very interesting comment. Grand Soir is really good, but now that I finally got my nose on Art Deco Blonde Amber, I just can't look at Grand Soir the same. They're both great, but Blonde Amber really takes its amber to a whole new level. Far more wearable too. Grand Soir can come off quite mature sometimes. Okay. One of my all-time favorites. I'm really liking Grand Soir and Masque Ravageur as well this year. Do you agree with Grand Soir taking 4th place? Leave me a comment. Yay, we've made it to the top 3 most complimented perfumes. Take a moment, press pause and drop a comment below. Which fragrances do you think made the cut? I'm gonna wait. Okay, so 3rd place. Angel by Mugler. This one was a surprise. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Angel anymore. I know that it was a popular fragrance before, but nowadays people don't really talk about Angel, they don't recommend Angel so much, but people in the comments seem to love it. One comment that was the most upvoted is Mugler Angel, every time without fail. And another person wrote, this was going to be my answer as well. And another person wrote, this was going to be my answer as well. And someone asked them to describe this scent, and they said, burst of patchouli that dries down to a vanilla amber scent. I'll never stop loving it. Another comment was, years ago, Angel by Thierry Mugler. Everybody loved it. Women my age, young men, middle-aged men, kids. It was a winner. Now it's Ayurvedic by Sultan de Saba. It's an amber vanilla patchouli oriental. Again, everybody loves it. And both women and men have asked me what it is. They write it down, ask me where they can get it. So yeah, Angel was and is still a very complimented perfume. Second place goes to a perfume, but not actually a perfume. Like, second place goes to skin scents, because I've got a lot of comments and people were sharing that they were complimented while wearing skin scents. And this was a shock for me, because I always thought that skin scents are skin scents, you know? Like, no one can smell you. Apparently, I was wrong. The most upvoted comment was, surprising because so basic, but Glossier You, DedCool Extra Milk and Clean Reserve Skin. Another person wrote, masks skin scent get me compliments every time I wear them. Compliments are rare otherwise. Okay, it's crazy. People at work will literally follow me to ask what I'm wearing and write down the name. And it's not with any particular one. I have many skin sets and it's happened with all of them. Another comment. Glossier You gets me compliments 10 hours after I've sprayed it, when I can't even smell it anymore. It's crazy. Another comment. Glossier You for me as well. More compliments on that than all my other scents combined. DedCool Extra Milk is mine too. So, like, there are a lot of people who loved Glossier You, Glossier You, like Glossier You flankers also. One person wrote, my collection extends to simple and more complicated fragrances, but weirdly most complimented are Glossier You and You Flow, and Killian's Angel's Share. And this one is funny. Having never been complimented by anyone but my household, I will say that every time I compliment someone, it was 20 years ago. Britney Spears Fantasy, which smelled like absolute cat piss on me, and more recently Glossier You and Prada Paradox. So skin scents, guys. People love skin scents. Who would have thought? Not me. I don't buy skin scents because like, there are a lot of skin scents, like Juliette has a Gamme de Perfume, Glossier You, Le Papier by Diptyque, but I never thought that they are like compliment magnets. I never thought that I will get compliments wearing these perfumes. It's strange. And now I want to try Glossier You. I don't know where they sell it in Europe. If you are watching somewhere in Europe, leave me a comment where they sell Glossier You, because I've never seen it in the stores, actually, like in any perfume stores that I've been to. Yeah, leave me a comment where I can find it, because now I want to try it. And number one, the perfume that is the most complimented perfume. You will be surprised. You will be shocked. I'm kidding. But maybe not. So, the most upvoted perfume is Baccarat Rouge. I was a little bit surprised because I thought people are over this perfume. But apparently they are not. And they will compliment you. So, this person wrote, Baccarat Rouge Lemao. Like, everyone always smells it differently. Some said the vanilla smells good on it. Some thinks it smells sweet on me. Some said very earthy. So it's genuinely a very diverse perfume. Another person wrote, it's such an interesting perfume. Unfortunately, I'm one of those who get mostly the scent of band-aids from it. That's what saffron smells like to me. So not everyone loves this perfume. Someone wrote, wish I could afford it. Another person wrote, oh, love this one. And after I pulled the trigger and bought a full-sized bottle, my nose broke. Had to give it away. And another comment, I never liked it, but was gifted the huge bottle once. So now I just use it to layer with things I like. Love. Do you agree? Do you think that Baccarat Rouge is the most complimented perfume? Is Baccarat Rouge the most complimented perfume in your life? If not, leave me a comment. What is your most complimented perfume? Did you like this video? Do you want me to make more videos like this? Also leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.